Most of the time, people say, no news is good news. But let me tell you what I learned this morning. It is a sign of fear when people say that. And the fear is to find out about the people that they know, people that they pretend to care about. Find out that those people are not probably doing well. Find out that those people probably have some needs. And those needs may require support, may require financial support, may require spiritual support, such as prayer, may require any kind of support. And because people are afraid, and that's a key word, people are afraid to take on themselves that additional task, additional burden to pray for someone, afraid to take up on themselves the additional burden of finding solutions for that person who will tell them that they're not feeling well. That's how they hide behind that excuse by saying no news is good news. But the reality is that they are afraid. I don't know if it's your case today. You're probably afraid of something. You're probably afraid to hear bad news. You're probably afraid to learn that people are not well around you. And that's why you're hiding. You hiding yourself. You putting yourself in a place where you cannot be touched. You cannot be heard. And you don't want to take your phone and inquire about your relative. You don't want to take your phone and inquire about your friends. And you leave them all alone in the dark. Yet, you go and tell people that's how you learn. You learn on other businesses, you tell people you like to help. You like to help them grow their business. You like to help them do better in anything they're doing. But are you really? Deep inside of yourself, you're afraid of facing the truth. If it's your case, let me tell you one thing. You don't have to be afraid. You don't have to be afraid any longer. Let it be the last day that you're afraid. Let it be the last day that you're afraid to jump into the next phase of your life. Let it be the last day that you're afraid to do something great. Greatness doesn't come easy. Greatness comes from when you face challenges. And when I was thinking about this, when I was thinking about greatness, when I was thinking about how someone like Moses became great, it came to my mind that Moses had all. As a son of Pharaoh, he had everything. But he forsake that and went into the wilderness for 40 years and come back to free the people of Israel, being the hand of God to free the people of Israel. It was not easy, but it didn't stop there. Some of us will probably stop there where we achieve something, we challenge a Pharaoh, we challenge a king, we challenge authorities. We probably stop there. But Moses didn't. He went further, freeing the people of Israel from Egypt. He did bigger things. The 10 plagues was one thing. Getting them to cross the Red Sea, it was another thing. He would have just stopped there and celebrate, be content, be happy about where he was in his life. But he didn't stop there. He went further to lead the people of Israel towards the promised land until he did what he did. But this is to tell you one thing. You are probably afraid today to jump in the next phase of your life, be it business, be it relationship, be it anything. But let me tell you, my advice today for you is don't be afraid. Don't be afraid to take up the next challenge. Whatever seems so difficult, whatever seems so impossible, whatever seems so insurmountable. So you cannot go beyond. But I'm here to tell you, it's probably the path to your success. It's probably the path to your greatness. So, my friend, my brother, my sister, don't be afraid. Take that path of challenge. You may get calls from collection agencies. You may get calls from people crying, asking for help. You may get all of that, but maybe it's your path to your greatness. We will never know how great we are until we face the challenges. The bigger the challenge, the bigger the promise, like people say. So today, I'm just here to remind you, don't be afraid. Don't be afraid of what's coming your way. Don't be afraid of what you heard. Don't be afraid of what you're looking at. And when that comes, if that thought of fear comes in you, remember who you are. Remember the past experiences, where you've been through, what you've been through. Remember that. And most importantly, remember who created you. My name is Joel, and I was simply giving you an advice. I wanted to encourage you today. Don't be afraid.